This is the short row system that I use in a lot of my patterns. So the way that it begins is you cast on here for a top down, in this case V-neck, and the short rows are going to form the V. So you cast on here, and then I did a neckband. And then the short rows are going to be worked against the neckband. And at the same time, we are going to do increases at the 4 raglan markers. So this is the beginning of my round, marker number 1. So round 1, I knit up to here, and I did yarn over, knit 1, slip the marker, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, slip the marker, knit 1, yarn over. So these are the sets of raglan increases, yarn over, knit 1, slip the marker, knit 1, yarn over, if you can see those. And then this is marker number 4. So yarn over, here we go, yarn over, get this out of the way, yarn over, knit 1, slip the marker, knit 1, yarn over. And then you're going to do an SSK and a knit 1. And these are this is the beginning of your short rows. So short rows are rows that don't go to the end of the row. So they're going to, this one, row 1, short row 1, is going to stop right here. And as soon as I turn, you can see that there's going to be a gap. So every time you turn, you create a gap, and then we're going to slip one, and then I'm going to purl, oops, here we go, purl to the other, to marker number 1, which I have made a different color. So I'm going to purl across, just up those couple stitches of the front, across the shoulder, across the back of the neck, across the shoulder to this marker over here. So I'm just going to pause for a second. You don't need to watch me knit across. So this is short row number 2, where I turned here, and I'm purling back to marker number 1, which is the different color. So just gonna finish purling here. So now I'm at purl across to marker number 1. So I'm going to finish short row 2. So I'm going to purl 2, and then I'm going to purl 2 together, purl 1, and I'm going to turn. So you can see that it's going to create a gap. So as soon as I turn, I have created another gap. Short row number 3, I'm going to work across, knit across here, right side row, and I'm going to do my raglan increases at these 4 markers, 2, 4 markers, and then I am going to close this gap over here, and I'm going to end short row number 3. So I am going to slip 1 and knit up a few stitches of the front. I'm going to do my yarn over, knit 1, slip the marker, knit 1, yarn over. And I'm going to knit across, doing those increases at all 4 markers. Just going to pause for a second. I have knit, this is short row 3, I have knit these couple stitches up the front, done my raglan increases at this marker, raglan increases, and I'm just coming up to marker number 4. So I'm going to knit to here, marker number 4, yarn over, knit 1, slip the marker, knit 1, yarn over. And now I'm going to knit to 1 stitch before the gap. There's the gap right there. So I'm going to knit to there. So I'm going to knit 2 more stitches. I am 1 stitch before the gap. I'm going to do an SSK to close the gap. I'm going to knit 1, and then I am going to turn to create another gap right here that is a little further down the front. So now I am going to turn, and I'm on the wrong side row, and I'm going to slip 1 and purl back to marker number 1. So now this is a wrong side row, purl back to here. So I'll just pause again. So I'm back. So this was short row number 4. This is a wrong side row. So I purled up to this marker here. I slipped 1, I purled up to this marker, purl across the shoulder, purl across the back of the neck, and now I'm purling to marker number 1, which is the different color. There's marker number 1. And now I am going to purl again to 1 stitch before the gap. There's the gap. So I'm going to purl down to 1 stitch before the gap. I am going to purl 2 together across the gap and close it, purl 1, and turn again. There's my new gap, and it's further down the front. So every time you work these short rows, you move 2 stitches further down the front until eventually you get down to the button band. So there's my gap, my new gap. So I'm going to slip 1, and I'm going to knit up to here, and I'm going to do my raglan markers again. So this would be short row number 5. Right side row, and I'm going to do my increase, yarn over, knit 1, slip the marker, knit 1, yarn over, and I'm just going to keep knitting across, doing my increases. So you can see there's my raglan increase. So I'm going to knit all the way over to marker number 4, and then I'm going to do the yarn over, knit 1, slip marker number 4, knit 1, yarn over, and then I'm going to knit to 1 stitch before this gap, SSK, knit 1, turn. So I'll just get that done. So I have knit across here, doing my increases at marker number 1, 2 increases at marker number 2, raglan increases at marker number 3, and now I'm just coming up to marker number 4, yarn over, knit 1, slip my marker, knit 1, yarn over, knit 2, 1 stitch before the gap. The gap is right there, right there. So I'm just going to knit down to it, to 1 stitch before the gap. There we are. I am going to do an SSK across the gap, 1 stitch before and 1 stitch after, knit 1, and then I'm going to turn again. So I hope that you can see that every time I am moving down the front. The first time I did it, I did a knit 1, yarn over, I did the SSK right there, and then I did an SSK right there. This is 5, yeah. And now I just did an SSK right here. So there's an SSK there, an SSK there, an SSK there. So now I will turn to the wrong side, slip 1, purl all the way back to marker number 1 on the wrong side, and I will purl those 2 together, purl 1, turn, and now my gap is down here. So every time you're moving further down the front and you are doing your raglan increases at each of your 4 markers. So the short row part is is after marker number 4 and back on the wrong side after marker number 1. And you're always looking for that gap. And on your next short row, you are going to close the gap and knit or purl. In this case, you're going to do an SSK here, knit 1, and then your gap is down here. You're going to turn, purl back over here. You're going to purl down to here, purl 2, purl across the gap, purl 2 together here, close the gap, purl 1, make a new gap here. And every time the gap moves a little bit further down the front. So you just keep repeating those short rows, closing the gap, knit or purl 1 stitch further, turn, and eventually you will get down to, in this case, down to here, because this is my button band. So you will do the short rows, keep coming down, coming down, coming down, until you have hit the, there. And so this is what you're making, like that. There's your V, right there. So I hope that's helpful. That's how the system works. If you have turned a heel in a sock, this is the same kind of short row that is used to turn a heel in a sock. And as you can see, what you're creating here is like this V here, this triangle here, and that's going to make your V. So I'll just keep going because I can show you a little bit more as I progress the short rows down the front. I've done several more sets of short rows, all the same. So on the right side rows, I knit up to 1 stitch before the marker, yarn over, knit 1, slip the marker, knit 1, yarn over, do my set of increases, raglan increases, knit down to 1 stitch before the gap, close it, knit 1, turn, purl back to here, purl right down to 1 stitch before the gap, close the gap, purl 2 together, purl 1, turn. So you can see that my back is being built up and my V-neck is right here. So let me pinch this shoulder so you can see it. There we go. So there's the V. And now on this next row, I am going to knit, do my raglan increases. I'm going to close this last gap, SSK, and then I'm going to knit across my button band. And then I'm going to turn, knit my button band, purl back, close the last gap, knit across my button band, and then my V is done. And I just continue doing the raglan increases on the right side rows because this is a cardigan. And my V is made. So there it is. There. So there's my V. Yeah. So as you can see, when you cast on, there are a lot of front stitches here, but when you do an SSK, that takes away one of these up front stitches. So in the end, it all turns out to be the correct size. If I can get my needles set up here, here we are, there we are, like that. There. So I hope that's helpful. Cheers.